for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Now here's Washington. He's closely guarded. Pass to Bonga. The three is up. And the three-pointer goes.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
They set the screen, puts up a three, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
That one goes. Count it.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Misfires on the corner three. Here's Bonga. Drops in the layup for 2. Bonga's got 5 points. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Takes a three. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Knocks down the long J.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Shot to stop the run. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Now here's Washington. Got a piece of it.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Williams from long range. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
There's a minute 59 left in the first. Now here's Brown. Williams defending. Clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Brown looking around.
Away team foul. McDowell White. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Washington. Still no points. The three is up. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Outside, Williams. A minute 15 left in the first quarter. Lets the three fly. Pure from three-point range. Williams has got 5.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Spins. There's the three. Buries it from 3. He's got 6.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
He drops it from range. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Now here's Washington. The D's right on him. good with the triple. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The steal. Down low. And he banks in the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
It's good. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Up by 2, and we'll return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Oh, a big slam!
Oh, my gosh. The athleticism.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Picked by Pokashevsky. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Jones. Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. Here's Pokashevsky. 5 on the clock. Tries the spin move. Tipped. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Procida, there's the drive, kept alive, to the wing, right side. It's stolen away. Jones, the pass to Jones. Finished off the break. Jones has got his first 2 points.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Well done.
From the arc. Count it, 2 for 4 from the field now.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Close the net on 2 minutes played here in the second. Lundberg. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The 3. Jones grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
That ties the game. Jones has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Good on the bucket.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
No good from the wing.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
To the paint. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. He goes up, and he hammers it home to polish off the break.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Procida. Off target with the 3.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Takes it inside, and he jams it home with authority.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus. Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Lets it go from deep. It's not going to go for him. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Now Now here's Jones. Defense right on him. Jones sets a screen. Oh, there's the alley. 3-on-3. 52 seconds left in the second quarter.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Defended by Jones. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. They get it back. Pass to Pokashevsky. 6 on the shot clock. Jones, the pass to Pokashevsky. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Sinks it from distance.
26. 3 points.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Leading by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The NBA has a lot of great athletes, but if you look up and down this list, you see some of the most athletic guys in the world.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the visiting team.
Getting point.
Thanks as always.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. 7 points in the game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Bonga. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
The officials were right on top of that one.
It's his first trip to the line. And so he makes both from the line.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
The rebound by Bonga. Tipped. And there's the screen. Williams defending. Throws it up high. Clock at 4. Outside, Brown. Pass to Washington. Goes back up. No good there. Now Williams. Out to the right wing. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. From deep. Hits the trifecta.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And B.A., they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
He's guarded by Washington. For 3. Drills it from deep. He's got 10.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Beyond the arc. Nails it from 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Got it. Good job in the low post.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
There's a screen. Fires for 3. Counted from distance.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
To the inside. Defended by Brown. Fires from deep. Hauled in by Brown. Here's Bunga. He's got 7. No good on the wing 3. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Offensive board. Pass to Williams. Second chance shot. Yes, it's good. Williams has got 7 points.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Here's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
The 3 ball. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
3 points.
15 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
And as we end the third quarter, and while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. Jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Shot clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Rachida. They set the pick. Launches it. Look it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pick by Pokashevsky. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Rachida. Three-pointer. To the right side. Defended by Jones. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Here's Lundberg. Oh, he misses the dunk. In transition, here they come. To the wing on the left. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Rachida. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, some serious power to finish that one off.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. 4-3. Ooh, that one misses the mark. Shooting 8 for 14 now. From deep. Can't get it to go. Shooting 7 for 13 from the field now.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
From downtown. Can't hit that one. Defended by Jones. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Picked by Pokashevsky. Back to Jones. Here's the three. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Launches a three. It's hauled in by Pokashevsky. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Lets it fly. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Shooting for the away team. Number 15.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
Fires from way outside. No good there. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. There's the triple. Cranes the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now Washington fires the three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Pass to Cannon. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. It's good from long range.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Now here's Brown. He's tightly guarded. Connects from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Cannon. Shoots over Brown. And Jones pulls it down.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Pass to Bonga. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. There's a good screen. Got a piece of it. Fast break, here they come. Fires for 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the middle. Out to the right wing. Back to Jones. Pass to Washington. Just 5 on the clock. Over in the corner, Brown. From outside, off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Really left alone that time. 6 points for him.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the wing right side. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Cannon. Defended by Jones. It's stolen by Brown.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Takes it inside and finished off by Brown.
You know, that's using speed and quickness to combat size. By the time the defense reacts, it's far too late.
This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Back to Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
They set the screen. And Cannon gets it to go. Cannon's got 5 now.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
A 3 ball. That shot is off. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
Here's Brown driving the lane, and Brown throws it down hard.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Jones, the pass to Brown. Takes a three. The shot will not fall. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. They're up. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Now here's Jones. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. They set the pick from past the arc. Over to the left wing. Dos Santos, defended by Jones. Good on the triple.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And it's Pokusevski, top of the key. Davies, the pass to Pokusevski. Here's Davies. Jacks up a three. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
In the corner, Teodosic with it. Latre. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Pokusevski. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
At 7 foot, you do not have to go far to reach the rim. Pokusevski, easy money.
Inside, ball's knocked loose. And here they come. Here's Davies, and it's blocked. Here's Nedovic. He has yet to score. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
For the away team.
He hits the second from the line.
At the line for 3.
And he makes all 3.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Jones looking for an opening. Here's the screen. Pass to Davies. This one for 3. Traps in the tray. Davies has got 6.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Lundberg. Pass to Davies. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Bolenboy. Kalinic. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Now here's Jones. D right on him. 1:32 left now here in the second. 6 to shoot. To the paint, intercepted. It's stolen. And here we go. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. A tight game here in New York. Kalinic, defended by Pokusevski. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No problems knocking that one down. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. Back to Jones. Beyond the arc. That one, no good. Pass to Bone Boy. And that one is hammered home.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Dos Santos. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 5. Time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you... And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the visiting team.
Their effort on the...
Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. On out there with Washington. Then it's Jones. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Here's Brown. It's good. Brown's got 9.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And finished off by Brown.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Going inside. An easy 2 points on the layup. 11 points in the game.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Here's Bonga. Here's Jones. It's slammed in by Jones.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Now, here's Brown. He's got 11. And Jones has it in the corner. There's the screen. Pass to Bonga. Just 4 to shoot. Bucket is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lets it go from deep. To the left wing. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh,
Brown. to the inside. Wide open. Jump shot is good. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Cannon. 8 points for him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Jones sets the pick for Brown. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Brown's got 14 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's gonna finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Cannon. 11 points in the game.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Brown feeling it out a bit. Into the lane. And then Brown with the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And Jones pulls it down. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's Brown on the wing. He's got 16. Out to the wing. Washington kicks to Brown. Spins. For the lead. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 12.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
There's a screen. Here's Cannon. And it's in there. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Here's Lundberg, and good that time. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Dos Santos offline with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Lundberg. With the drive, uses both hands to slam it down.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
They set the pick. Dos Santos. And rebounded by Davies.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Good on the three-point shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Teodosic, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Teodosic just got himself on the board with 3 there. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Right side, Jones. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Tries the spin move. Pass to Davies. 5 on the clock. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
There's the pick. Puts up a three. Krzyzewski grabs the miss. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Davies. Here's Lundberg. Fires the three. The shot missing. Here's Teodosic. Here's Bowling Boy. That one goes. Count it.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Lundberg. Back to Jones. Pass to Davies. Pulls up. Jones, no luck. Dos Santos, defended by Jones. Down low. Here's Bowling Boy.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's the pick. Dos Santos. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Yeah, well done to finish that one.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yes!
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Driving to the basket. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Pass to Teodosic. To tie it up. He's off from three. Misses the shot. And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continue.
Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Ali LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Shot clock at 5. No good on his first attempt of the game. This one for 3. Can't get it to drop. Takes the 3. Drains the triple.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Williams defending. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
He shoots a 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. From behind the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Just over a minute and a half in. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And he lobs it up top.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Releases. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Right wing. Fires in the triple. 5 points in the game.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And he drops it in from the low post. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. A deep 3. It doesn't go for him.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Let's go with a 3. He got a piece of it. Sinks the tray.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
To the middle. And he throws it down with one hand.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort. Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Inside. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter here. The floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looked. It's a challenging shot.
And there it is for him. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter here. From outside the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 7. Tries a 9-footer. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And he's 5 of 7, getting into a nice rhythm offensively.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. That one's good for 2.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Down low. The shake. And Williams punches it home.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Fires the 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
He's tenacious, hitting from the perimeter while drawing the foul.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That one drops. He ties it up. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied. And we'll be back shortly. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
3-pointer. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. It's so hard to pass up a 3-pointer when the D is completely scattered.
The shot, no good. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Rochita on target from range.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
They set a pick. No good from outside.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
4-3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Will it go? Knocks it down from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Teodosic. Jacks up a 3. Connects from downtown.
3 points.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Rochita. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 6.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
There's a screen. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And here comes the break. And a miss there on the triple. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
The three is up. That shot off the mark. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. It's good on the putback.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Just 5 to shoot. No good again that time.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
First personal foul. First team foul.
58 seconds left in the second. They swipe it.
And it's often a very tight window when you skip it across court.
The three is up. Gets the three to fall.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And he's going for the oop here.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. Here's Teodosic. Take it away. Over to the left wing. Rochita. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. No good on the shot. Fires away from way outside. And we finished off one half of play. Up by 12. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Team 29.
Good to see you. And
they're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
probably the difference in the game. And moving on to some... And that'll do it for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Pass to Williams. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Offline from the top of the key.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Over to the wing. And it falls all over the rim and in. 5 points in the game.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
That was a sensational pass. And then the catch and finish in the same motion? Ridiculous.
Alley-oops like that are so rare, you simply have to take a second to enjoy it. Sends it home from three-point land.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
There's a screen. Launches a 3. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8. From downtown, drops in the 3.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Williams has got 9.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Fires the 3. That shot, no good.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Takes a 3. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one.
Home team foul. Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
Williams defending. To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Right wing. Off target from three-point range. To the wing, right side. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. They get it back.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Another shot. Some solid defense from Williams.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
And he gets it to go.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
A minute 39 left in the third quarter. And there's a pick. Connects from downtown. 11 points in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
The 3. Offensive rebound. And there's the rejection. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A minute 15 left to play in the third quarter.
They have the lead, but their three-point game hasn't been as effective as it was in the first half.
5 to shoot. Tries yet again. The shot misses. The ball's knocked loose. Here we go, one-on-one. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Pure from three-point range.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Tries it from the top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Leading by 9. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Snatched up. Driving inside, and he dunks it down.
Getting up and laying down the hammer. Maybe that'll help them pick up their energy a bit.
Well, it definitely got the guys on the bench going. Look at him. Rochita. He drops it from range.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And it gets that one.
And they're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
It's stolen. Oh, they pick off the pass. And they're pushing it up. Pulls up for three. Gets the three to fall.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Things are heating up for him behind the arc. He only had 1 3 in the first half, but now he's up to 3 in the second.
Out to the wing. Deflects the pass. Going all the way to the rack. To the left wing. Beyond the arc. The shot off that time.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. They set the pick. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it from 20. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
Substitution victory.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Nails it from 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Rob. Here's the break. He stops. He pops. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
They set the pick. 3-pointer. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
A minute 35 left in the final quarter. He was all alone on that one.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
From the arc. Doesn't go there. 8 for 12. Here's Nedovic. There's a minute 12 left in the fourth quarter. Let's go with a 3. No luck on that one. Out to the right wing. To the inside. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Five on the clock. Rochita. Second shot opportunity. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
And so they get the victory here at home. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Jones is out there with Brown. Then there's Pokuševski, and it's Davies in at the center. Jones, no luck. McDowell, White. He's covered by Brown. Williams, a screen on Brown.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
McDowell, White. He's covered by Brown. They get the rebound to the wing on the left. Off target from outside. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. He takes it in. That one's in, his first shot this game.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now here's Jones. For the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 6.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. McDowell, White, off with the layup.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Jones kicks to Brown. To the paint. Clock at 6. All sorts of time. The shot comes out. Defended by Jones. Pass to Williams. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball. Williams has got 6 points.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Out left to the wing. The 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Jones. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Brown finds Jones. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Deflects the pass. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Ahead. Here's Davies. Boom. He jams it straight down.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Davies. There's a good screen. Back to Jones. 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. Count it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
McDowell White. He's covered by Brown. The three. And the three ball is good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Brown. And Brown drops them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Pulls it up. And some very quick points for him on that possession. He's got 6.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Right wing fires from deep. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Jones, and it's Bunga in at the small forward. Porchita, he's covered by Washington.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Lundberg. Screen by Jones. Here's Lundberg. He lobs it up. It's tipped. And they're moving it up. Launches the 3. Drills it from outside.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Bunga. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Launches from deep. A rebound by Washington.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Inside. Here's Lundberg. Scoreless thus far. To the inside. Back to Washington. And they get it. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 7.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
To the middle. From the arc. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Lundberg. Buries it from 3-point range. Lundberg's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Porchita. The offensive rebound to the left wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here he goes, and he dunks it down.
And guys, it doesn't matter who you're rooting for. You've got to appreciate a reverse jam like that.
Greg, those kinds of dunks are how reputations are built.
Yes.
Fast break, here we go. Lets the three fly, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And it ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Pass to Washington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bonga. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Shoots. Porchita hits it from 3-point range. 15 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Over to the wing. Here's Lundberg. It's tipped. 32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Porchita. And Jones pulls it down.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Porchita. And it's off from 3-point range. Gets it off. No good on the last second attempt there. And so that brings the first half to a close. They're up by 9. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
They've been shot out of the gym. Even when they do extend their defense, it doesn't matter. I don't know what.
And moving on, let's take... And that is...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Williams, a screen on Brown. Lets it go with a 3. Out to the wing. Defended by Jones. Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor. They've got Jones. He's out there with Brown. And it's Pokuševski in at the power forward. It's picked off. Here's the break. Here's Williams. On Sunday, then on Tuesday. Now here's Jones. There's the drive. There's the killer two-handed slam.
How about the drive from Pokuševski, showing how agile and dangerous the big man can be.
From downtown, that shot no good. Jones, the pass to Pokuševski. Pass to Davies. Here's the 3. That one misses. Defended by Jones. Oh, good on the triple. Here's the break. From deep. Drains it from downtown. Jones has got 6 points.
And Poku with the processing speed just got rid of that one quick.
Williams for 3. That one's not going to go.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Pass to Pokusevski. Now here's Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Can't convert off the spin. Brown's gone 1 of 3 on the night. On the wing, Williams. Launches it. It's hauled in by Brown. Jones kicks to Davies. Drives to the hoop. Brown outside. Pass to Jones. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Jones has got 6 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Bean trying to end the drought. Pokusevski grabs the miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Jones has gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down hard.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
He's guarded by Williams. Here's Jones. No good from the wing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Nailed from three-point land. He has 6.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Pass to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that sign.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And he drives in. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Poku does not have far to go to jam it down.
For 3, Williams drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 11 points.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Brown. He's got 8. They set the pick. That 3 off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Up by 3. And time to step aside quickly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pokusevski. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down out there with Jones. Then there's Pokusevski. And it's Davies in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
That shot misses. Borchita. And the 3 off target. And here is Brown.
Full team foul. Number 15. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Tipped away, and that's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Jones. That's slammed in by Jones.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Procida, good on the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Left side, Jones. Pass to Washington. Back to Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Bonga. Takes the 3. They get it back. He's covered by Washington. Three-pointer. Procida sinks the three-pointer. 1 point in the game.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Lundberg. The good-looking shot from the wing. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Bangs home the trifecta.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Driving inside.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Number 5. Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Bonga trains the three-pointer.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
From outside the arc. Shoots the 3. And another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second team.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Number 5.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 9. It's deflected. Yes, that goes in.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
There's a minute 34 left in the game. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. He's got 26.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Here's Lundberg. Off target from three-point range. Lundberg's gone 2 for 5 tonight. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. Shot clock at 5. Hits the jumper in space.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses. Somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
.54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside.
3 points.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the pick. Lets the three fly. No good that time.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Places one from three. And so they get the victory here at home. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Aleksej Pokusevski, and it's Brown in at the 2. Pokusevski covering, and it's good. 2 points.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Bonga. Fires for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Defended by Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Bonga. Shoots. That shot is off.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
To the left side wing. 3-pointer. Drills it from deep. 5 points in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Pokusevski from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Bonga. Picked by Pokusevski. He shoots. Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got 5 points. So it's the home team now. They trail by 1.
2 minutes remaining. First 2 minutes.
There's a screen. Takes the 3. Jones grabs the board. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Fades away. Good on the shot. Pokusevski's got his second basket of the game.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
To win the run. The rebound by Bonga.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Jones. He's scoreless. It's Pokusevski on the wing. Knocks it down from distance.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Fires it. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 7 points in the game. 58 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Bonga. 5 points in the game. They set the screen. Here's Jones going inside. Soft touch off the glass.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Pulls it. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Now Brown. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's off from three-point range. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Bunga. That three's off the mark. Puts up a deep three, and that's not gonna go. And that concludes a back and forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. They lead by 2. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here's Teodosic. 6 to shoot. For 3. Knocks down the long J.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
There's a screen from outside the arc. The rebound by Teodosic.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Nedovic. Launches it. The shot that time not on target. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Here's Lundberg. No points yet. And a two-handed jam. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Well, they're shooting the 3 extremely well this quarter. My, throwing some gas on the fire for sure.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Ball stolen. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Washington. Six on the shot clock to the middle. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher. And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Count it. Here's Teodosic. He's got 5. They set a pick. Shot from the low post is good. 7 points in the game.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
1:51 left in the first half. Pass to Washington. Baseline jumper, and that one drops.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
He's guarded by Washington. Here's Teodosic. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 1:16 left in the first half of this one. Here's the 3. On target from range.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
He's guarded by Washington from behind the arc. The rebound by Lundberg. And here's Washington. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Rips it home off a terrific move.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Can they get it? And he takes it up and lays it in.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
24 seconds left in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Teodosic. There's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 6.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
The 3 from Washington. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played. They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see, and that is going to do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. To the right side. Clock at 6 for the lead. Doesn't go for him. Here's Lundberg. It's picked off. This one for 3. The shot comes out. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Three-pointer, no good. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. For the tie. They get it again.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
To the paint. It's stolen. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Here's the pick. There's the triple. Hits the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
The 3-ball. The putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
It's a close game here in LA. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Right wing. Washington with the ball. Inside. Off target at the rim. Pass to Lundberg. Second chance effort. That one is off.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
For the lead. Washington grabs the miss. Here's Lundberg. There's a screen. Down low. Pass to Washington. To the right side. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 17.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
1:16 left in the third quarter. Plenty of room to knock down that one. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Lets it go from deep. Oh, it's blocked by Washington. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And that one's good.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
The rebound by Lundberg.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
The three after using the pump fake.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And there's a pick. Looking to end the run. And he lays it in. He's got 19.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
There's the drive, and that one is hammered home.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. They lead by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Jones, the pass to Pokashevsky. Now here's Brown. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. Here's Nedovic. They've got Alexei Pokashevsky, and it's Jones in at the 1. Misses the 3.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Pass to Brown. Picked by Pokashevsky. Brown passes to Pokashevsky. Fires from deep. Knocks down the triple.
Whoa. That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Sinks the tray.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Knocked loose. In transition, here they come. And he lays it in off the breakaway.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Brown, and the jam by Brown.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Lets the three fly. They grab their own miss. Teodosic. He buries it from three.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Here's Bonga. Pass to Pokashevsky. Fires the three. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Jones feels it out. Let's go with a 3. They grab their own miss. Brown passes to Bonga. Jones sets a screen. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Here's Brown into the lane. And Brown with the stuff.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Drains the triple.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And it's a big one. What a performance from long range. Remarkable.
Bonga, pass to Brown. Jones sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. And Brown with the stuff.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's Bonga. Picked by Pokashevsky. Bonga, pass to Pokashevsky. Pass to Bonga.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
And they're on the break. Now here's Pokashevsky. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Brown. On the wing, Jones. The 3 is up. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Everyone, welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. A three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Cannon looking over the floor to the paint. They swipe it.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
with confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself.
First personal foul. First team foul.
For the three. Knocks down the three ball.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Williams. Porchita. Good work there as it goes. He has 7. Lets it go from deep. Here's Cannon for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Cannon's got 6 points.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
No good with the triple. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Procida out to the right wing. A three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Cannon. He's got 6. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. It's deflected, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Cannon.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
5 on the clock. Down low. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
The kick out to Williams. They set the pick. Driving in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Jacks up a 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Bean. Great look, but off the mark.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
This one for 3. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And powering into the first week of the new year, here's a brand new look at the power rankings. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
When you look at this visiting team, they're sort of cemented in this spot right now. Playing decent basketball, but not quite well enough to make up any ground and get into that next tier.
And there's the drive, and the layup is good. 7 points in the game.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And the shot goes down.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Over to the left wing. To the wing on the left. Deflects the pass. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Basket good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They set the pick. Thomas outside. And Nedovic pulls it down. And it's Teodosic, top of the key. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Leading. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, Why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Here's Nedovic. Here's the screen to the inside. Here's Bollenboy. Makes it off the glass. Bollenboy's got his first basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Thomas gets the bucket.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Team foul.
Thomas gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Dos Santos tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Fires for 3. Teodosic grabs the miss. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Thomas, no good. Thomas gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Dos Santos, no good from outside. It's a close game here in LA. Back to Thomas. The tray. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pass to Bollenboy. Fires the 3. It's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
He tries for 3. The shot, no good. Here's Teodosic. That's tipped. And he stays with it. Goes back up. From deep three-point land, Nedovic misses.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
The three-pointer is right on target. He's got 5.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Dos Santos, and they come right back with their own three-pointers.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Thomas, it's a wide-open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Inside, here's Bollenboy. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. They set the screen. Thomas outside. It's good from long range. Thomas got 6. Here's Nedovic. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
I hope we get to see all of these guys expand the field if you have to.
Yeah, just get a center or a power forward in there. The game has a...
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
And that about wraps it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Procida. The quick look, no good that time. And even 3-on-3 break. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. And he comes up with the deuce.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And a miss there on the triple. Second half just getting started. About a minute play.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Cannon. He has 6. To the paint. 4 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. And no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Connects from three-point range.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Driving inside.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Not going to go that time.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
To the right side. There's the triple. Rebound by Williams.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. That one doesn't go. Procida. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. He's got 20.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Here's Cannon. 6 points for him. The 3. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Poked loose. Here's Williams. Can't connect from short range. A minute 42 left in the third. Cannon from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball. Cannon's got 9.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Procida. Bean. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Here's Cannon. 9 points in the game so far. Fires from deep. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sinks the triple.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
52 seconds left to play here in the third. That one goes in. Cannon's got 5 points now this quarter. Into the lane. That is a great finish!
Oh, my.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 14.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
To the inside. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. They're up by 1. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Teodosic. It's tipped and stolen by Thomas. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Bowling Boy.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Kalinic, and that one is stuffed right through. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And it goes down 2 points.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Pass to Teodosic. Dos Santos. Offline from the top of the key.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Thomas with the steal. Fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Off the run, bullseye.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quit in them.
To the left side wing. There's a screen. Lays it up off the glass.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Misses the jumper. Dos Santos. Thomas covering. They now take the lead.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
There's the screen. The shot from the low post is good.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Pass to Teodosic. Launches it. He's off on that one. Teodosic has gone 1 of 4 so far. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Boy. Boy's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Off target with his 3. Down low. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Kennedy's checked in for Teodosic. Dos Santos, no good on the quick 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth. Hands it from downtown.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
There's Cannon with the 3. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. A steal. A shot. Right wing. 3-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. From deep 3-point territory. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this...